Agent Cole, I'm with the FBI. You think that fucking fake badge means anything?
Officer, I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, that's what you people always say. Officer Brent Miller snapped. Darius blinked, calm but confused. I'm just trying to get home. Oh, I bet you are, Officer Todd Green added, smirking. Late night, nice car, hoodie on, looks like you're up to something. It didn't matter that he was respectful. It didn't matter that he had committed no crime. Tonight, these officers weren't looking for truth. They were looking for someone to dominate. And what happens when racist assumptions collide with the wrong black man? What happens when a simple stop explodes into one of Atlanta's biggest profiling scandals? You're about to find out. Before we continue, welcome to Voices Unchained. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us your city. These stories travel far. Darius Cole, 39, FBI agent, crisis negotiator, calm under pressure because he had to be. Raised in Atlanta, he learned early that some officers didn't see young black men as civilians, they saw them as threats. That's why Darius spent years teaching de-escalation workshops, showing kids and adults how to survive police encounters. Hands visible, no sudden movements, speak calmly, comply even when disrespected. Tajaned. He had trained hundreds. He never thought he would become the example. But on this night, that training was the only thing keeping him safe. Brent Miller and Todd Green had reputations, not good ones. They were the type to patrol neighborhoods they didn't live in, push residents they didn't respect, and treat black men like suspects by default. They bragged about keeping the streets clean, but to them, clean meant black free. Their pattern was always the same: intimidate, escalate, dominate. And tonight, Darius was their target. The lights flashed behind him. Darius pulled over smoothly. Miller approached immediately, hand on his weapon. Let's see those hands, boy. Darius raised them. Officer, I didn't do anything wrong. Green circled the car, shining his flashlight into the back seat. What's a guy like you doing driving a car like this? His voice dripped disrespect. It's my car, Scythe, Darius replied calmly. Oh, I'm sure, Green laughed. Either stolen or borrowed. Which one? Darius reached slowly for his ID. I'm going to show you. Hey, Miller barked, grabbing his wrist. You move when I say you move. Darius breathed deeply. I'm just getting my identification. I'm a federal what? Green snorted. Federal headache? Darius held out his badge. Miller snatched it like trash. What kind of flea market garbage is this? He tossed the badge onto the hood. It's real. I'm a federal agent. Miller stepped in his face. If you were federal, you wouldn't be looking like this. Looking like what? Darius asked. You know damn well what, Miller hissed. A hoodie, a beard, a car you can't afford. You think you're fooling anybody? Every instinct told Darius not to escalate. Call your supervisor, he said finally. No, Green replied. We ain't wasting our time. We're going to need you to step out of the vehicle, Green ordered. Why? I haven't done anything wrong, Darius said. Don't play smart with us now, boy, Miller shot back. They yanked his door open, pulled him out, slapped cuffs on him so tight his wrists burned, and shoved him headfirst into the cruiser. Cuffed in the patrol car, Darius watched through the window as the officers tore through his vehicle like scavengers. Green's mocking voice rose. Well, look at this. He held up a pink and purple coloring book. His daughter's, the one she used every time she rode with him. Green flipped it open carelessly. Ah, cute. What'd you do? Steal this from some kid? Darius's calm finally cracked. That belongs to my daughter, he said sharply. Put it back. Now. Miller walked over, laughing. Your daughter? Sure. More like evidence you grabbed something that wasn't yours. Darius leaned forward against the cuffs. Put it back. Green held it closer to the window, smirking. Relax. We know a thief when we see one, and we're going to prove it. Then he tossed the coloring book onto the sidewalk like trash. Darius's jaw tightened. That wasn't just disrespect. It was personal. The officers didn't see a father. They didn't see an agent. They saw a black man they wanted to break. And Miller muttered beneath his breath, bet he's got a record. Probably lying about his name. These people always try to look important. Phones recorded. People watched. And Darius sat behind the barred window, waiting for truth to catch up. Real quick, if you're watching this on Voices Unchained, make sure you're subscribed. These stories should never be silenced. 10 minutes later, a black SUV pulled up. Lieutenant Raymond Hayes stepped out, the precinct supervisor. He saw Darius through the window, froze, then whispered, please, no. He stormed toward the officers. Why is this man in cuffs? He had a fake badge, Miller said. Claims he's FBI, Green added. Claims? Hayes snapped. He's worked with us on 3 joint cases. That's Agent Cole. Silence. Shock. Regret. Hayes ripped open the cruiser door. Agent Cole, step out, sir. Darius emerged calmly, dignity intact. The officers went pale. Uncuff him, right now, Hayes ordered. The metal clicked open, one cuff, then the other. Darius rubbed his wrists, the red marks glowing beneath the streetlights. Hayes opened his mouth, but Darius spoke first, steady, burning. In all my years as a federal agent, I've never experienced profiling like this. Miller and Green stiffened. You didn't even stop to think I could actually be who I said I was, Darius continued. You saw a black man in a decent car and decided that was impossible. Hayes tried. Agent Cole, they don't. Darius lifted a hand. They refused to call you. They mocked my badge. They dragged me out like I was nothing. Not because of anything I did, but because you couldn't imagine someone who looks like me being a federal officer. The officers looked down. Darius stepped closer. Not aggressive, just undeniable. I teach de-escalation. I teach civilians how to survive police encounters. And tonight, I had to survive my own lesson. He pointed toward the cruiser. Everything that happened here will be accounted for. Silence swallowed the street. The videos hit the internet like wildfire. Hundreds of thousands of views, hashtags, protests, outrage. The department tried to minimize it. Impossible. The footage showed cooperation, calmness, a valid badge, clear profiling, excessive force, a refused supervisor call, and a federal agent humiliated for no reason. Darius filed suit for unlawful detention, profiling, excessive force, emotional trauma, and professional damage. It became national news. FBI agent wrongfully detained by Atlanta police officers. Miller and Green's testimonies collapsed under the weight of the video evidence. The city folded. Settlement, $3 million. Both officers were fired. Certifications suspended. Reputations destroyed. Careers over. The very authority they abused is what ended them. As part of the settlement, the department implemented mandatory bias training, new identification protocols, supervisor call requirements, body cam policy reforms, a full review of profiling complaints. Not perfect, but accountability. Darius kept only a fraction of the money. He donated the rest to Black youth empowerment programs, the same communities where he had once taught de-escalation, because the goal was never wealth, it was change. In the end, Darius didn't win with anger. He won with calm, with truth, with patience. Judgment may be loud, but justice is steady. And that night, justice chose Darius Cole. If this story moved you, subscribe to Voices Unchained. Drop your city below, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and keep these conversations alive. Because silence protects corruption. But voices, our voices, break it.